Hi guys. Today we're going to be testing Katiba, and I haven't touched their stuff yet. I haven't used their stuff yet, not even off camera. I'm interested in trying them out. I've heard good things. I've been purposefully not watching any of the videos that like Eddie and some of the other people have posted because I don't want to have expectations going into this. At SEMA, Katiba was there. There's a booth. Because they came from Korea, they had a bunch of stuff they had to ship back. So they were trying to like liquidate all of the stuff that was at their booth before they left. So they were selling bottles for like $10 a bottle. They also had, you know, some things that were like $30, $40 that were more like tools or ceramic kits or, you know, different stuff like that. And I make it a point when I fly to not take a checked bag because airlines like to lose checked bags and I like to have all my stuff. So when I went to Vegas for a couple days, I didn't check a bag. I just took my backpack and I have a small carry-on bag. So when I went to the Katiba booth and they had everything for cheap, I wanted to buy one of everything, but at the same point, I didn't know that I'd be able to get it to myself. And I was only there for one day. So I figured out on Sunday that there was a FedEx business center in not the hotel I was staying at, Excalibur, but at Luxor. So I walked over there and I shipped myself a package. I actually had to ship myself a package via UPS because FedEx apparently can't ship chemicals. It's a whole thing. These 3 Katiba products were given to me at the booth. They were put in a gift bag and handed to me while I was there talking to them. I didn't pick out which ones I got. They just gave me 3 bottles. Now, from what I understand, these 3 bottles, so this is ceramic spray, which is this, it's also called Signature. There is Mr. Porter, which is the wet wax, and there is the Gloss Booster. And all of these are 500 ml bottles. They're all ready to use. Now, I will say, like, there will be no reading of the instructions going on here. This is what they look like. But the bottles apparently tell a story, and they had them all lined up at their booth. So like you could see all of these different, you know, these different characters. And they're kind of like, they're like anime characters. Well, I mean, that one's like a random, you know, like a dude, and like this chick has black hair on one side and gray on the other. And like, so there's like a story apparently to this, which I don't necessarily know or understand. They did have these catalogs at SEMA, which are written in English, but this more so tells a story rather than, you know, telling you like how to use the products. Ceramic coating spray, glass coating, Signature wax. So I have Signature wax, product with perfect balance in every aspect, workability, durability, performance, leaving nothing behind. But I don't really have like instructions on how to use it. This is wet wax. Immersive shine of solid wax into a single bottle of liquid wax. Wet wax enhances the vehicle's natural color and delivers an incredibly deep gloss, especially for darker colored cars. Gloss booster, sparkling cars at motor shows. Product is crafted for car shows, focusing entirely on delivering a sky-reflecting mirror-like gloss. This is my tester hood, my junkyard hood. It's from a Hyundai Elantra. It's like a black color. It's what I use to test out polishers and different things. So you can actually see there's like A to B squares and stuff on here, but it is squeaky right now. So I'm gonna spray it with water. I'm just gonna show you that there's really no hydrophobics. I'll dry this off, probably using the Diva because I was messing around with that a little bit earlier. And then we'll apply some of these products and see how they work. From what I understand, they can be stacked or they can be used singularly. So maybe we'll try out some, you know, kind of individual and see how they work. I don't really know how long they need to dry. So I'm just kind of winging it here. Not gonna lie about that. I don't have any instructions beyond what anybody else would have, and the instructions that are on the bottle are written in Korean. So I do have I'll say it's an Edge. This is one of the House of Rags towels. I have a pile of those sitting here, so I'll be using them here and there, just trying to get used to them before I do a video on them. My pressure washer. And you could see that I've got like no hydrophobics. There's a little bit of sheeting here. Something here, maybe from the, maybe that's like DIY details, gold standard polish or something like that. But in general, like the whole center of the hood is, it's not really letting any water run off of it. So I think this will be a good test. This hood's pretty hammered, and this towel's the Diva towel, which I like the weave of it. It's heavy. I'm okay with it being whatever it is, 1300 GSM or whatever. But I wish it was smaller. It's too big. I mean, if you're driving a school bus, then it would be the appropriate towel for you. I don't need something that can hold 2 gallons of water. I'm not a detailer though. Like some people are detailers and they probably appreciate the crap out of a big towel like this. But from what I understand, there are smaller ones coming. So we have 3 different products here: Signature, Wet Wax, and Gloss Booster. So from what I understand, you can run Signature alone, or you can run like a stack where you do Wet Wax and then Signature and then Gloss Booster, but I don't know. So here's what I'm gonna do. On this side of the hood, I put a tape line down the middle. On this side of the hood, I'm just gonna put Signature. On this side of the hood, I'm going to put Signature, Wet Wax, and Gloss Booster. And I tried to put like every freaking light that I have here so that you could see. So this is Signature. I'm gonna apply way too much of it. We'll let it sit there for a minute. Maybe I'll just do a little bit there. And then this one is Wet Wax. So let's do Wet Wax. Again, a lot of product. I like to overuse it. I think all detailers like to overuse product. Here I have a towel, and what we'll do is we'll do this side first. So yeah, I used a lot. Probably used too much, but all right. Well, it's buffing right off. Wow, that's slick. Holy crap. Okay, so let's flip this. So this side is Signature, that side is Wet Wax. So from what I understand, this stuff is like oil-based, I want to say. Okay, so Wet Wax is definitely slicker than Signature, at least initially. Yeah, okay. So that side is just Signature. This side is Wet Wax. Let's just try getting the 2 of these wet. I don't know like how long we need to wait for them to dry, but I don't know. Screw it. Let's try it. So here's my pressure washer again. Spin the tip. So we have pretty much instant hydrophobics. This section in here looks a little bit better on both sides, honestly. But I would say the Signature did a little bit better than the Wet Wax. It's pretty close though. So these seem to be like competing products. You don't need to do the stack, but you can do the stack. So we'll dry this off. So now let's try. We'll try to do, so this side was just Wet Wax, this side was just Signature. So we're gonna do Signature over the top of Wet Wax. Just like that. Let this sit for a minute. This rag's all wet, I'm gonna grab another one. The House of Rags rags are pretty good and cheap. So I'd recommend, like, if you need some more rags, buy some. My favorite so far is the Mr. Twister, which is the purple one. It's kind of like an FTW. It's like a drying aid towel. I do like the Diva. Like I said, I wish it was a little bit smaller. This one is Edge or Jobber. I think this one's Jobber because it's low pile on the inside and high pile on the outside. So, all right, so now we have So these feel the same. This is a little bit slicker, a little bit slicker. Okay. So now we've done both of those. Let's try the stack. So the gloss booster. And I'm looking for like an appearance change with this because it is a quote unquote gloss booster. So these products, they have a smell. It's not strong. It's not really strong enough that you notice it or anything like that, but they do buff off pretty well, even when you apply too much, because you're a wannabe detailer. Oh, wow, holy crap. That is pretty slick. So from an appearance perspective, you can definitely tell the difference between here and here. This one just has a signature. This one has the gloss booster. I'd say overall there's more depth on this side than there is on this side. It's pretty close. Like the signature seems to do pretty well by itself. This one is definitely slicker. Let's try some water beading action again. Yeah, so definitely better on this side. The gloss booster is doing a better job than the signature did. Can we do that whole like run water down the panel and have it dry thing? Yeah, I guess we can. It seems to work pretty well. Okay. So I'm pretty interested in getting my hands on like directions and other products. And I honestly don't even know why I'm doing this video right now, because you can't even buy this stuff in the United States yet. I mean, it's on its way to House of Rags. You will eventually be able to get it. And I will eventually be able to get it as well with US writing on it. So I guess they're having everything translated. Yeah, this is definitely slicker. Let's try like a foam cannon. So this has Apex Auto Wash in it from when I was testing Phoenix EOD yesterday. Let's see how this sticks. Yeah, so that sticks just fine. See if it rejects it. We'll give it a minute here. Dry this off. Slickness is still there, so the soap didn't really touch it. Now that is a pH neutral soap, Apex. So let's let this, we're just gonna let this dry for like a day. I'll do just another application of signature, and like, believe me, the gloss is still there. I just wanna see like, if we let this dry, what will it actually do if I'm not immediately spraying water on it? I don't know how to describe the smell. It's, I don't know, it's kind of like, there's like a hint of WD-40. I think it is oil-based. Some petroleum product or something like that in here. Yeah, it smells good. But it kind of like makes you feel like you're working on an engine while you're using it. So we're going to let this dry. We'll test it out and see how it does. So here we are the next day. We're going to test out the water sheeting behavior. We're going to spray some soap on it. We're going to see how that does. And then we'll spray some wheel cleaner on it and see how that does. So as you can see, the water sheeting behavior is pretty good. There's hardly anything left on the car. There's still beads rolling off. the difference between signature and the stack is, we can see it up in here. There's definitely less water on that than there is on this side, but it does seem to have great water behavior either way. All right, so here we have Apex Auto Wash. Let's just see how like a standard pH neutral soap does. Okay, so that works pretty well. We didn't really have any of that pushing off of the chemicals on a pH neutral soap, so that works out pretty well. So on the standard pH neutral soap, we still have good cling. It's not just falling off of the car. Let's try. So when you're using a running water source, like not a pressure washer spray, like there's hardly anything left on the panel when you're done. A couple little runs here and there, but just hardly anything. Pretty cool. So this is Brake Buster in this MTM foam cannon. I'm just gonna kind of spray this way because I don't want to get it all over my cabinets. All right, we'll see how this stands up to this chemical because Brake Buster is pretty acidic. We're getting some pretty good running action, but again, it's still allowing it to stick to the surface. We can try to work it, see what happens. But we'll check out the chemical resistance here, and then we'll just spray this off with water and we'll see how it does with the water beading behavior. All right, so we've let this dwell for a couple minutes, and I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't want to leave it this long on paintwork normally, so let's see how it does. So it really doesn't seem to have had any effect at all. The hydrophobics still look the same, there's still hardly any water on the panel, everything still looks nice and clean. We do that's actually pretty great. The slickness still feels awesome. You can't even see like where I was working my finger in there. It just, so honestly, you know, this is gonna come out and everybody's gonna be testing it and we'll get to mess around with it some more. Right now, without any instructions, I'm pretty impressed with it. It goes on easy, good gloss, good water rejection, good beading behavior. It'll be interesting to see how long this lasts, you know, on a car that you're actually driving around. But yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's got kind of like a WD-40 smell. And I'm, you know, wondering if there's like it's petroleum based or some oil in it or something along those lines. It's interesting. It's definitely different. I love different. You know, everybody makes good products at this point. A lot of companies make good products at this point. Not everybody, but a lot of companies make good products at this point. So I like seeing things that are different, and this is definitely one of them. So anyway, thank you for watching today. I hope you're having a great day. And if you haven't subscribed, click the button. I do things like this all the time. And if you're looking for something new, comment down below. And if I haven't tested it out, I'll try to get it. So thanks. Have a great day.